So I'm here with Coss. We're talking about the Prospect Wizard. Coss, thanks for doing this. I'm glad you're finding value in this thing. Why don't you start by giving the background of your business and what you do and the mission that you have?
Absolutely. So my name is Marte. I founded a company called Conboy, where we hire people coming out of the prison system to teach fitness classes. And we run a prison style boot camp. We call it that because it's a mix of cardio, calisthenics, all body weight exercises that was all derived from my personal experience in prison. I managed to lose over 70 pounds in 6 months. And then I helped over 20 inmates lose over 1,000 pounds combined. So I took that same remedy workout program and brought it out to the streets. And today we've trained over 70,000 people. We've hired over 50 people coming out of the system.
That's awesome, man. And you said before we got started that you ran 3 businesses. What are they?
Yeah, right now I have a nonprofit organization called Second Chance Studios where we train formerly incarcerated individuals to be audio engineers, video production individuals, and get into the media space. We also do job placements. We've just placed a few people in the program and to work at MTV. And then we're also doing, I'm also starting a new venture right now called Conbud. And so I'm working on opening up a few dispensaries around the city as licenses go out, towards the end of the summer. So that's the goal. But right now it's a lot of pre-planning, you know how that goes when you start a business.
Well, I hope New York State decides to do something good with all the tax money they're going to get from weed. So I'm in favor as long as they don't screw it up.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out.
We will. Exactly. Now let's talk about how you're using the Prospect Wizard on your website. You have a brick and mortar, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And go ahead.
Yeah, no, the Prospect Wizard was device. We try to use something like that before, but Dave, you gave us an opportunity to just really test it out. There's not a lot of companies that give you an opportunity to be like, oh, you need more time, test it out. And I think it was like, all right, let's see if this is useful. And as we started using it, we saw we were missing all these individuals that were just sending one-line messages to us. They were not going to go to the contact info page and write an email to us and wait for that. It was like an instant response where everything's connected to, every person's phone, and whoever's first in the company, could easily respond from anywhere. So it's been super convenient for us. I can't speak enough about it. I mean, you've seen the back and data behind it with the amount of people that reach out to us, whether it's trying to find a way to be healthier, and then also we've gotten a lot of people reaching out about being trainers, and so we've gotten people hired through the platform because they're just reaching out and we're having conversations, we're extending our resources, so it's been extremely helpful for us.
That's awesome, man. I just do me a favor and talk a little bit louder because I'm getting some background noise. Appreciate it. But can you tell the people who are going to be listening to this, how many people are connected to it? It's you and Dave, and how does it work on the actual nuts and bolts? So maybe other studio owners listening to this can get an idea.
Yeah. Right now, so we have 3 people on the team connected. Actually, 4 people on the team connected. So it's me, David, my COO, my studio manager, and somebody has the same login. So you only see 3 in the background. But my COO's been managing a lot of it. But if we see he's busy that day or whatever, we'll step in and figure whatever is there. That's how we've been managing it at the studio.
Gotcha. Okay. And as far as actually converting, people are interested in sales, right? We're business owners. The reality is, we all need to make money. So when we named this thing the Prospect Wizard because the idea is to hopefully get them to convert into a sale, right? So can you speak definitively to the fact that that has been happening at some point? I mean, is it like 90% customer service, 10% sales, 70%, prospects, 30% sales? Like, can you ballpark it? Like, how much comes in from customer service? How much comes in from like prospects?
Yeah, I have to pull up the data. I don't have the data offhand, but
Right.
it's definitely worth the amount of money that we spend. Like one customer, one membership is $249 at a studio, all inclusive. So if I get that person once a month, that pays off whatever.
And
so
then
we've
some,
been able to manage that and then some. And then we also have a video on demand platform for $14 a month.
Right.
So no matter what, I mean, if I'm getting a one person a month in a membership plan, and it's going to be recurring, I'm paying it off, and it's definitely a return on my investment for sure.
And you've been with us now for a good couple of months, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that you've been converting some people along the way. So that's good.
Absolutely. I mean, and I think, I've been able to reach a lot of PR and media, and it was great to have. I was featured on the Ellen Show, and when the Ellen Show popped off, I was getting hit left and right, and I'm still getting a bunch of media.
And they're coming in from the Prospect
so
Wizard.
The uptick is still, I'm getting both sides, email, Prospect Wizard.
That's
people
amazing.
that don't have an email, and I'm getting their cell phone numbers, which is, I think, a huge plus. If the SMS is way better than an email, and running marketing.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Are you playing around with? I didn't dig into your account, but are you playing around with any of the automations or the drip SMS features? Some of the more advanced stuff. You just doing what you're doing right now?
Not yet, but I definitely want to mess around with that. As we start running more campaigns on, and so. Well, we got to talk, and we got to break it down and all that stuff. But I think we've gotten, I don't know, you could tell me hundreds, maybe we've hit thousands of messages now.
Oh yeah, easily over 1,000. I'm not in your account now, but you have a really robust database for. I mean, and you're a single brick and mortar studio. And, you're curating all these contacts. You could divide out into, when you really want to nerd out, you divide into, members, prospects. I think you're already doing that. Media, whatever,
Yeah. We've been managing the files. We got to get a little bit better on that. For me, I'm just like running around, but I'll definitely relate the message to David so he could stay on top of that. Just putting the tags, and that's extremely helpful. So when we do run these marketing campaigns, we know who's a potential member, who's already signed up, who's seeking assistance on job employment. Whether we help in all types of ways with housing, clothing, all types of resources like that. So it's extremely helpful on our side.
Do you have any tips for studio owners, gym owners that you might want to, current users, because this interview is both for people who may be on the fence and already for current users of the system. So do you have any tips or suggestions that you might want to share?
I mean, it's free to try, try the free trial, and you'll see. I mean, it's convenient. You'll get messages. For me, it was like, I was not capturing those people that were going hitting their landing page, and then you see a pop up, and and then you're getting somebody saying like, "Hey, how can I help you?" And right away, like whether they write one line, I've gotten like crazy lines, where people say like "help," or diet plan, please,
Okay.
and it's like. But those things count, because you'll be surprised when you start those conversations you know, how far they could go and build a relationship with that individual. So I recommend everybody, you know, if you own a fitness studio, if you have your own fitness brand or whatever, I mean, I think you can use this for any website or any service, you know.
100%. Yeah.
You know, so it doesn't matter, you know, I'm in the health and wellness space, but you know, I'm probably going to be using it for my dispensary business.
You listen, man, the founder of this system, this is his third software company. He built it to be vertical agnostic for a reason. You know, he's got it in like dentist offices and spas and beauty salons and, you know, any service where there needs to be an immediate, you know, need. There's a pain point there, right? So I agree with you, and I'm glad you're getting value out of it. Last question: internally in your in Conbody, you know, boutique, you have, what do you use on the back end for custom? You know, is it MindBody that you use? I can't remember.
No, we were using Mariana Tech.
Okay.
So we went through MindBody, Mariana Tech, and now we're using Dibs.
Okay.
And so Dibs software system, I think it's way more robust on the data side, and plus the customer service for me has been extremely helpful. You know, it's like when I hit you up, you're gonna answer that same day. You know? And with MindBody, I've been on hold for 5 hours, you know, trying to get a call with somebody to help me on whatever, you know, or Mariana Tech, it just takes, you know, 24 hours. So, you know, going with a smaller company like Dibs really has extremely been helpful.
That's great. And you don't see, I mean, I get this a lot sometimes from people like, oh, we already have an SMS functionality from like MindBody or Club Automation or Gym Sales or whatever they're using. And, you know, we have over 80 customers using this at this point, growing every month. And they don't find, yes, it integrates with Zapier and you're not futzing around with that just yet. But you know, most people are fine with it being like a standalone. And if they wanted it to integrate, use the Zapier and you push that data into Dibs. Has that been an issue for you? Is that like, was that a concern in the past?
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, I mean, it's we use right now we build our own website, you know, it's on WordPress. So we built it off of scratch and designed it off of scratch and everything, you know. So for us, I mean, it hasn't been any type of issue. I don't use any other like Squarespace or, you know, any other type of template website like that. So and you know, it integrates with every website, but like, you know, sometimes I get clients that say, well, I already use, you know, Club Automation or whatever for internal messaging to members, right? And then they use the prospect wizard for really what it's meant for, which is grabbing them when they're on the website. So a lot of clients have like a Club Automation, great system, and they'll use Club Automation for internal messages, and then they'll use the prospect wizard to like grab them, you know, when they hit the website. So it's like, you know, sometimes I get questions about, oh, I already have something doing SMS. I'm like, well, throw this on your website. You don't have it on your website, you know? Yeah, you don't have, and that's what's important. Yes, you're gonna have something on your back end where you could follow up and, you know, increase your retention rates through your follow-ups. But when people land on that first page and, you know, they might go to the second page, but if they're just seeing the page and then I'm moving forward with it, you know, that pop-up comes up and you're like, all right, you know, I need help right now, you know, what can you help me with, you know, or how do I sign up? Or it's actually been helpful with us on changing a few things on our website too, you know, making it easier for people to book. Yeah. You know, we had like the video on demand, like before our button was, it said VOD. And, you know, for us, we talk about it like we know about it, you know, like video on demand, VOD. All right, this is where I can sign up for my monthly subscription on the video side. But people are like having trouble finding it, and the button's right in your face. And so we changed, you know, the button to Conbody TV, you know, and it's like way more self-explanatory. And now, you know, we have limited messages on that, and it takes them directly to a sale. So,
man, that was an unexpected surprise to hear to hear that little anecdote right there, that you got website feedback that rings the cash register for you from the prospect wizard. So that's awesome to hear. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, man. Well, clearly you're enjoying it. I really appreciate the business and the fact that you're doing so well. Man, you got to get on Halo Talks again, a couple months down the road to give us an update. You got to give us that update, man. You're doing all kinds of things. So we'll look forward to having you back on the show.
And I can't wait to share big news once everything solidifies. So it's gonna get even crazier.
Oh man. Okay, I got a little bit of a scoop right now. I got a little scoop. Okay. Well, whatever it is, good luck. And when it breaks, man, hit me up and we'll get you back on Halo Talks.
Thank you, David.
Thank you for the time, Coss, and continued best of luck. All right. Take care. See ya.